All right, welcome back from lunch. This is going to be the first step that you can take that gets something up online. We've already talked about kind of the mindset, the organization skills, focus, research, niche stuff. This is where you can start making money. You can almost make money the first day you do this stuff. Now, we talk about outsourcing. So you could, have something outsourced and get a squeeze page up real quick. You could even use like one of my products that gives you opt-in pages and download pages. You could almost take that right away, put the opt-in page sign-up form in maybe your forum signature, and make a couple posts in a forum that that's in your niche. Somebody could click on that. They could join. You have a one-time offer connected to it. You can make some money. It's almost that simple. So I'm going to be going through some of the basics on list building, things that you need to start off doing correctly from the very beginning, such as branding yourself. If you don't get some of that stuff right, it could really affect your earnings overall. You could be making half or even 10% of what you could make if you do it correctly. And then I'll also show you how to do it correctly, how to make more money as you're building a list. There's a big difference between building a list of, say, 10,000 people and making $100 a month from that same list of 10,000. You can make 1,000, 10,000, or even 20,000 from that same list. It's how you build it, and then what you do as you're building it, how you train your list. There's a lot of different components. I'm going to be going through a lot of those right now. And it almost is like creating income on demand. You can send out, Liz and I have teamed up a couple times on affiliate promotions where we sent off a few emails and then the site launched. We kind of hinted at we're going to have a bonus. Then we create a bonus. The site goes live. We send them out a link to our bonus page. And we brought in, I know, over 20,000 in commissions twice. I've had affiliate promotions where I've brought in 160,000 and I made 40,000 of that. I did another call that I drove people in, and we brought in 84,000. I made 21,000 of that. Other programs where I made 30,000, 40,000. So you can make a lot of money from this. And those are big, type launches. I won't really even be talking too much about that. This is all the little money you can make as subscribers come in. And I've tended not to do this correctly until real recently. And it makes a huge difference in, again, how you correctly do it from the very beginning. With your people that come in, your subscribers, you can do two things with it. You can actually sell your leads. There's companies out there that will buy those leads from you. You don't even have to do anything with them. You just turn around and hand them off to someone else. And I'll show you some of the pricing here. It's pretty amazing what people are right now buying leads online. And you can sell your leads for half that amount, definitely. And you can also sell your products to your leads. That's what I tend to do. I tend to be an affiliate marketer. I capture my leads. I create a relationship with them, hopefully, and they'll continue to buy from my suggestions or go to my own products and buy. So there's really two things you can do. You can be strictly get the leads in and pass them off to someone else. Or you can do the whole thing that I'm going to be talking about more in depth, where you're creating a relationship and they're hopefully buying your products that you recommend or your own products that you recommend. All right, about selling the leads, here's a site that right now that is selling leads, and you can just see the pricing. People are paying. Now this is what, if you were to be in this niche and you were to go to buy leads, you'd be paying $25 a lead. There's, it's unbelievable. Everything from a lot of the insurance companies, mortgage type companies. It's amazing what people are paying for leads. Lawyers are paying for leads. There's just a ton. And then, all the way down to, a lesser, $2 to $3 a lead. You can also sometimes, when you're selling to these companies, you can sell your leads multiple times to different companies. So you might make $10, but then you'll make another 10 from that company and another 10 from that company. I don't do this, so at no point am I an expert in this. I do not know a couple of people that do it. They make a lot of money. I tend to want to be more involved in the whole process. Kind of keep them myself, control them, create that relationship. So I won't really be getting too much into this, but I just want to show you some of the options that are available. Go on. Here's another one. Let's see, which one? Now I can't remember what company this was. But yeah, if you're looking at the cost per lead, $95. That's just unbelievable. And then it depends if it's going to be exclusive, meaning if I were to go in there to buy those, I would be the only ones getting the $95 ones. Here's another one down there. That's, lesser amount. Simply provide us with a valid credit card and agree to pay $3.99 to $8.49 for each mortgage lead you receive. So mortgage people are going in, they're buying those leads. You hear about MLM people buying them all the time. It's amazing. People want to buy traffic and buy leads. And leads is, for them it's even simpler. They don't have to worry about traffic. They can just, receive the lead and then they do their marketing funnel with it. Here's some more leads. These are more semi-exclusive mortgage leads. You're looking at $49 a lead. Up on top there for that company is $35. But yeah, everything from $35 down to like $49, it looks like is the highest. All right, so you want to make $1,000 per month selling leads. If you just simple math, you find a company that will buy your leads for $10 a lead. And then all you need to do is send 33 leads a day. Wait, that's not right math. That's what, $10,000, right? Because that's that would be 3 leads per day, right? $30 times 30 is 900, so a little more. So it should be 3.3. So I can't even do math. Yeah. So that's so obviously it's only. Apologize for that. 3.3 leads per day to make $1,000. Then if you just set up 5 of those systems to make $5,000 per day. But again, we're not even going to talk about that. That is an option to think about. In certain markets that are paying a lot for leads, you can create systems, copy what we're talking about, and then you just pass the leads off to someone else. We're going to be talking about how to sell your products or affiliate products to the leads. That's what you're kind of familiar with when you talk about list building and what your mind is for list building. Each name is worth approximately $1 per month. Now that is a rough number. It matters on a lot of what I'm about to show you if that is indeed true. And it also tends to be when a list is newer. So if the leads first come in, if I get 10,000 fresh leads, I can make 10,000, no problem. A few years ago when I first started, I noticed I was up over $2 per person. So if my list was at 1,000, I made 2,200, 2,500. When it climbed up to 2,000, I was near 5,000. But then as leads get older, people on your list get older, they stop checking email accounts and they stop even reading emails or whatever. The reason is the actual amount of people clicking on links and all the conversion numbers drop. But you can definitely start with that $1 per day or $1 per month per person. So if you set up a site that brings in 25 people per month, and then in this example, 3 people leave your list. So we're not assuming everyone's going to stick. So we come up with 25 people per day, 3 people leave your list. This is just quick income. You can quickly get up to where you're making monthly incomes of $6,500 and $7,200 at the end. If you just start thinking simple numbers, the whole thought of bringing in $5,000 or in this case $7,200 from a list seems like a lot. But if you break it down, okay, I need 25 people per month. How quickly it adds up. The first month you're kind of sucking, but then it keeps growing after then because you're getting more people in. All right, today you're going to learn about how to make money selling affiliate products and your own products to your list. That's what we're going to be talking about. First, though, I wanted to go through some list building basics to make sure everyone understood the terminology. There's all different levels here. Maybe people watching this video in the future, if we decide to release this, everyone's at different levels. So some of this might be review for some of you might not even know about this stuff yet. Squeeze pages or opt-in pages, that's where you're collecting the name. And it could be one of these short style squeeze pages. It could be a long style. Even when you go to some of my sites, like Viral Ebook Explosion or Instant Bonus page, ultimately, that's like a sales letter, but its job is to get you to squeeze in for a free product. Then you get hit with one-time offers. So there's different variations on a squeeze page, opt-in page. It's just the main goal of the page is to get the name and email address. However you do it, whatever you give away, it doesn't matter. Let's just call them, squeeze pages or opt-in pages. And then all you do is you're taking that name and you're sending it off to an autoresponder company. There are like autoresponder software that you can use yourself on your own servers. I would recommend never doing that. I personally use GetResponse and Infusionsoft. Infusionsoft is pretty expensive. It's also pretty confusing. I would recommend GetResponse. Other people have used, recommend Aweber. I do have a problem with that company, so I won't recommend them. But they still do a good job. But there are cases where they're not that cool. What you'll do is you'll send then, as those names go into this autoresponder, think of that as just the company. They just collect the names. You have a choice of doing two things with them. You can send back emails all set up. Liz mentioned how she set up her autoresponders to go out automatically over time. You could do that for set it for the first day they opt in, they get an email. Then day 3 they get one. Day 6, you can carry that out. I've heard people carrying that all the way through to a year or more, and then they keep adding more on as they write the emails or whatever. So when you're doing that, that's automatic. So if you join on the list on January 1st, you're going to get the same emails in the same sequence as someone else that joins 6 months later. You've got to watch those because they've got to be evergreen. You can't mention dates. You can't mention, even the holidays. Sometimes products can all of a sudden they stop selling them. So you've got to kind of keep up on those messages. And you will even forget what you have in those messages. What I would recommend is copying off those and then maybe on the top even scribbling. So you got a page. So for this website or squeeze page sequence, you've got these 20 emails and you know everything you're promoting in that. Because you definitely will forget what's in those. But it's also set and forget. You don't have to worry about it. It just gets done automatically. Another way to do it is the broadcast feature. That's where you go in and you send an email. Doesn't matter when they join, they get the same email all at once. I tend to do a combination of those. With Infusionsoft, it's pretty cool. That program is so powerful, it's just mind-blowing what it can do. What we do is we send people come into our sites, and they automatically get some automated emails. The first one, and if it's a membership site where they get login password, they get that right away. They get and that's kind of like a welcome. Then on day 2, they get another one with some bonuses. And then on we skip one, so like day 4, they get another email message. Then after they've received 3 or 4 emails, they get dumped into a broadcast group. So, and then it's dumped in either a free group or a paid group. So all my sites get whatever emails specific to those different sites. Then they get dumped into the broadcast. So when I go in to send a broadcast, I'll go to the free group and the paid group, and I'll send out emails. So the people that are still in the initial sequences, say if it's day 1, 3, or 5, getting those emails, they won't receive the broadcast. What I'm doing is I'm training them to do certain things. I'll talk about that in a bit too. But you're kind of training your list. Then they get dumped into those big groups. Then I send out those broadcast emails. That's when it's more of a launch coming up or a great product. And usually I'll send a couple follow-up emails for that one product. So that's kind of the difference between the 2 different levels.